Okay, so in a previous video we looked at how monomers come together to make polymers. So now we're actually going to look at some specific examples which you might already have heard of. So the first one here is PVC. So PVC is polyvinyl chloride. So vinyl chloride is the monomer, and we put them together to make polyvinyl chloride, and that has uses in a range of different things, mostly because of its strength and its hardness. Nylon is a really well-known polymer as well, and we use that for a very wide range of things. You can see here it being used for ropes. Polystyrene, that's made at different densities, but polystyrene generally can be used for packaging and sort of low density things like that. Teflon, which is a really interesting one, which is is used in non-stick pans. It's also used on the underside of skis and snowboards. It's got a very low friction. So that's polytetrafluoroethene, PTFE, which its brand name is Teflon. So most of these are owned by chemical companies which have brand names. Then we've got polymethyl methacrylate, aka Perspex. Perspex you've probably seen as like clear plastic signs, like with adverts behind, things like that in bus stops. So those are all thermoplastic, so if we heat any of those ones up, we can remold them just simply by melting them. So very easy to recycle. Then we've got the thermosetting plastics, like Bakelite, which we talked about in the previous video. So this is some Bakelite jewellery back from the earlier 20th century, when it was obviously considered a luxury material. Nowadays, plastic jewellery obviously is not. There's epoxy resin, which you might have heard of. They use epoxy resin for all sorts of different purposes, but most common one is actually as a glue. But also they can use it as handles for things which they have to mould. You've got melamine. So melamine is actually known as Formica, the brand name Formica, and that's the stuff you get on your bench tops there. And lastly, polyurethane, which again has a lot of different uses. It's generally a rubbery kind of material, so anything where you need that kind of rubbery material, like the wheels of a skateboard, that's what polyurethane is.